Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we have a couple of topics to cover, and we got more of the Eminem album rumors that's been popping up lately, and for some people it's now just a question of when the album is dropping, as many are confident of a 2021 release at this point, and we got more on this today. We also have a recent report that revealed that the Eminem train is not slowing down anytime soon, and this report kind of explains why the next few years are gonna be tough for those expecting Eminem to quit. Before we dive into the details, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So apart from the teases we've been getting from the Shady Films account, and also the confirmed features from Grip and Nassan, some in quotes insiders have also dropped some teases along the way, and we got another one recently on the thread on Reddit. Will we get a new album in 2021? And before the source with the reputation responded under, off the bat, many were confident. I think we'll get Bad Meets Evil album. It might even be a short release, like 5 songs or so, and I think we'll get 2 random features by M this year, where they announced like 5 days before its release. And here's one of my favorite takes from the thread. We are so spoiled. Sometimes I step back and need to remember to appreciate everything he's done and how lucky we are that he's still going strong. Just imagine how things would have been different if Eminem took a break after Relapse got panned out of the gate. For one, no recovery, and the same happened with Revival, so no Kamikaze. And for those who love to criticize these albums, I'll speak like Dr. Connell West from the last video. In quotes, you'd have to be a fool to think your opinion matters in the grand scheme of things, as Recovery ended up as the biggest rap album for the 2010s decade in the United States and the world. Kamikaze also ended 2018 as the biggest rap album in the world, according to the IFPI. These facts don't care about your takes. The thread got more interesting when a source that got a prediction right in the past was invited into the discussion by the OP. And this is bound to break some hearts if it turns out to be true. You'll see why in a bit. In response to the question, will we get a new album in 2021, the source claims 100% yes, less than 10 weeks. And the OP responds, well, this does it for me. I'd say new album in August. And for those who remain thirsty for the next Bad Meets Evil album, if this source checks out, it's better luck next time. A user asked, is it a collab album or a solo? And the source claims solo. As with anything related to leaks, the credibility of the source was questioned, as it should, and the user claims, I mean, he predicted Music to be Murdered by Side B months before it happened, so I think we should give him the benefit of the doubt. On my end, my guess was in a 6-month window, an album is dropping, and now a source claims it is less than 3 months away, and this is already making waves on Twitter. Under the thread, this guy on Reddit said new Eminem solo album in less than 10 weeks. Take it for what it's worth. Some are wondering about the influx of rumors. Why is it picking up so much steam lately? LOL. The rumors for Eminem albums are like steam engine trains, you know something's coming soon. And here's a reaction to this latest rumor that wins the internet for today. Halsey's album is coming on the 27th of August, so that's the date I'm expecting the album to come out. This is a fine user of culture, and for those who weren't with us back then, this is a reference to the drama that happened after Eminem exorcised MGK with Killshot, and Halsey got brave to make some comments about Eminem and brought in sales into the discussion. You need to watch my video on this if you missed it, and guess what Eminem did after that happened? His surprise dropped on a week that Halsey was guaranteed a #1 album and snatched it with 0 promo and radio. Was it on purpose? We'll never know, but what we know is Halsey didn't go #1 that week. And upon seeing the new rumors, I had to tweet this from Criminal on MMLP when Eminem stated he planned to drop projects every year until Addiction happened. Moving on to the next point, remember in the last video, I spoke about the huge debate that was on about Eminem, and in that thread, many made it seem like Eminem is no longer relevant, but guess what popped up shortly after? Best-selling rappers by total album units in the United States this year? And guess who's at #4? Eminem or rapper from the 90s? Now in that debate, some talked about how they moved on from his music like this. I used to be a huge fan of Eminem as a kid, but as I've grown older, a lot of his lyrics I just can't stand anymore. I've simply grown past him, and he's largely stayed the same as an artist. Reads more like, in quotes, I've been brainwashed rather than I've grown. Just my opinion on that opinion, see how it works. Hence why I said earlier that people overestimate the weight of their opinions in the grand scheme of things. as regardless, Eminem remains at the top, and some are struggling to come to terms with this report. How the F is M at number 4? His recent albums are mediocre as F. Another reaction along these lines, how the F Eminem on this list? But again refer back to my statement about opinions, and the Eminem fans turned up under the report. Eminem, artist of the century, none of your faves come close, keep crying. And some users are baiting the haters. Twitter said Eminem fell off, is in 4th with just a remix song this year that is, Twitter opinions, is Toilet. And it had to be said, Eminem sitting there is freaking impressive, especially when hours before this dropped, there was a tea party on Twitter where hundreds of in quotes rap fans were talking about how they moved on from Eminem's music, so contrary to what people say, the facts paint a different picture, hence this. Eminem aging well, and on his longevity another adds, Eminem is the only artist on the list that debuted in the 90s. Talk about longevity. That will be all for now. Comment below and see you on the next one.